Well, South Australia is set to reap millions from new flights linking Adelaide directly to the world's wealthiest countries. Connections to Qatar in the Middle East and to China are expected to deliver jobs, trade and tourism.
Qatar. Per capita, it's the world's richest nation. And from next month, just one direct flight from Adelaide.
It's certainly given the opportunity for our South Australian growers to kind of have a piece of that pie.
A slice of a market worth millions. Daily flights between Doha and Adelaide, launching in May on Qatar Airways, will pump $41 million into South Australia's economy and create an extra 228 jobs.
It's an opportunity to boost the tourism and the economic trade between the two nations.
The world's most high-tech plane, the A350, will bring tourists from more than 150 countries via the Middle East to spend up in our state and freight out our finest exports, including seafood and wine. Qatar Airways took 9 News on board to speak to stakeholders in Doha ahead of the first flight on May 3. Qatar is one of the wealthiest and most rapidly growing countries in the world. There is a lot of money here and a solid market for fresh, fine produce. And luckily, that's what South Australia does best.
A lot of new hotels coming into the market over the next 3 to 5 years. Naturally, there's going to be a demand for fresh produce.
What we want to do is fill the top of the plane with all the passengers on the way in from around the world, and when we send it out, we want to have the belly full of our great premium food.
Premium but highly perishable, meaning trade is only possible via direct and daily flights.
It means we can get product there every day of the week. It really does put us on a level playing field with other states.
And it's a market that's growing, undergoing rapid expansion and construction since securing the 2022 Soccer World Cup. And that rapid expansion is another opportunity our state can capitalise on. As more skyscrapers shoot up, so too does the demand for many uniquely South Australian products.
I work with companies from South Australia who are selling water coolers, high-rise buildings, door handles.
The export sector is crucial for the state, employing more than 64,000 people.
Now, if we can grow that by 10%, that's thousands more jobs. So that's why we're engaged in this fairly energetic trade agenda.
First stop, Singapore, where the tourism and trade ministers spoke to 9 News after securing an extra 3 Singapore Airways flights a week in July and August. They then travelled on to China, signing an agreement with China Southern Airlines, which could see direct flights to the mainland as early as next year.
And of course, we know that Chinese tourists spend 3 times more than any other tourist.
The airline will likely start with 3 flights a week, building up to a daily service. Alice Monfries, 9 News.